Hello and welcome back to Insane Nightmare. It is the morning of day 6 and I needed to build a horde base. Because I don't know if you've heard, there's a horde night in this game and it happens on the 7th night. But to build a base, I'm of course going to need materials. Now I have my 2000-ish cobblestone that we've gathered throughout the week there. And I got 100 clay and I got 1900 stone. You may be wondering, where'd you get all that stone pre-built? And I came back to this warehouse and I just took out all the brick pallets and I went to that materials place I found over here and I did the same and I got the forged iron from there as well. As you can see, that is not a lot of cobblestone added to my pile there because I need more clay, but before we go digging clay, there is one more building I want to check out for potentially easy resources, and that is this warehouse behind this warehouse. Because generally, early on, gathering up materials from these pallets and stuff is a lot more efficient than trying to get it from the ground itself. You can see a lot of clay containers in here, but I know there is also several zombies in this POI. Namely that one. Ow. We got a batter up. We can make a metal chain mod, nice. What do we need to actually make that? Because it is a very useful mod. Forged steel, probably. Oh well, we could actually make that. I forgot we have a wrench now, so we can take down a lamppost. That might be worth doing at some point. Maybe once I have a baseball bat. I don't really care too much now. So, I need a bunch of clay, and all of these bags are made of clay, which is helpful. Right, I think that's all the clay. Oh, and here's one that might have some in it. Yeah. So let's queue up another few hundred cobblestone, and now it's just a case of digging up clay the old-fashioned way. Now, can I find the slightly more efficient way of doing that? Is there a farm nearby? Or a POI with a lot of exposed dirt? That looks like it might be one. Let's head over and have a look. Ah, this little construction site does have a lot of exposed dirt, but I am expecting a fight to say the least. Anybody down there? That feels like a trap. There's loot down there. I feel like there's something ready and waiting for me. Anyone? Yeah, there's a dog, of course there is. I have no stamina. Ugh. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's stuck. No risking that, thank you. Did we attract any attention with that? I don't think I'm good. Oh, there's another one. What a mean POI this is. Although they're stuck, but if they weren't stuck, this would be awful. Big hitters. We can make a baseball bat at quality 1. I'll probably wait for like quality 3 before I make a baseball bat, to be honest. Don't want to waste all my duct tape. Right, well with this clear, it's probably a good source of clay, because this terrain has 250 health, this terrain has 200, so it takes 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2. It's still gonna take 2. Can I put another mod on this? Don't I have a grave digger? I got one on my shovel. Okay, so then it's 1, 2 versus 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's more efficient to use the dirt. Assuming the health is right. There we go. We can now make 1500 more cobblestone. That should probably cover everything else. The thing is, though, I don't know how much materials I actually need, because I'm not going to be using the same base design I always use. I know, shock horror. I tried to look online for some other base designs I could use or take inspiration from, and I was very, very disappointed. Because all the Horde base tutorials, when I searched 7 Days to Die Horde base tutorial, were either my tutorials or they were AFK based tutorials, which are cool, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to make one for part of a series, like that's not very interesting at all. And the very few horde based tutorials I saw that weren't one of those two things were either crawl bases, which I don't personally like because the bodies pile up in a really annoying way, or ladder bases. And ladder bases are something I should have done in the sniper series I just finished. So we can't do them now. So what we're going to do is we're going to let the insanity deep within my soul run free and just create a new base from scratch based off of a vision a drone gave me in a dream. So yeah, that should be fun. Is this worth breaking at all? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Now the problem there is I don't know how many materials that takes. but I'm guessing 4,000-ish will be enough. Now the base design will follow a similar concept to the bases I've made before, where there's a walkway, some stairs, and a fighting position. But it's going to be very weird, because there's a mechanic I would like to take advantage of for this Horde base that we will get into later. So I'm going to finish mining up all this wood, and then I'll get back to you guys, because this is probably not very entertaining. Okay, here is 4,000 resources. Well, let me finish chopping down this tree first, hang on. Right, there's 4,100-ish resources. We don't like pine cones, throw them on the ground. That is enough for 400 frames worth of building. So we'll add that to my little pile of stuff there. I'll cancel the cobblestone and add that on afterwards. If 400 blocks isn't enough, well, I'm screwed, aren't I? That's just how it is. I'm screwed. If my base takes more than 4,000 materials, it's a silly base. And it is going to be a silly base. But it'll be a really silly base if it's a silly base and it takes lots of materials. And hey, look, if you're looking for an efficient base, I've made like 10 videos on the exact same perfect base design I've always used. This is more for the entertainment of people who keep watching my stuff over long periods, because they're probably very bored of that base. So, where do I want to build my base? I saw a big rock over here that would make sense to build it near, so that I can get more rocks if I need them. There it is. It's also relatively near Trader Jen. So if I need to go to Trader Jen, I can get there. Now, where is Mo? I saw him hiding in the trees. Love to see it. Right. So, I need food, and I didn't bring any. Fuck's sake. Hang on, let me run into Jen's and buy something from her vending machine so I don't have to run it all the way back home. Oh, she's selling rock busters. Let me get that as well. Those will be useful if I need more materials. So as I was saying, let me repair my shovel and my axe, and let me grab the materials from my bicycle. There we go, a good amount of all of those. So the idea is going to be taking advantage of a new mechanic the Fun Pimps put in the game, basically where zombies that take fall damage more than 11 blocks away from the player will not go into something called Rage Mode, and Rage Mode is the bane of my existence. Basically, it makes it so that if a zombie falls, they take damage, they will just start beating the base because they're bored, and that's what they want to do. And you can get them out of Rage Mode by damaging them, but you can stop them going into Rage Mode, A, by making sure they never take fall damage, which is a system that some people have used for their bases. You put like a little catcher and then slowly funnel them down so they land softly. And B, you can make your base at least 11 blocks high. I am going to do the 11 blocks high thing, and I've had an absolute brainwave of an idea that is just stupid. But I'm going to do it anyway, because I always do really effective bases. And people complain, because it's the same base every time. And I'm a firm believer of, if it ain't broke, don't fuck with it. But for the entertainment value, I have allowed the juices of my insanity to flow inside my head, and in a dream I came up with this base design. We're going to start with a little 3x3 square, just as our base here. I'm going to reinforce this middle one, because it's going to be lost forever once I've reinforced the rest of the base. And then I want to come, like, 12's fine. 1, 2, 12. I want to dig a hole here. There we go. There. So that is the start of our base. Now I don't know how the hell I'm actually going to do this, but what we're going to start with is we're going to go into the shape menu. We're going to grab stairs 01. And I'm going to go with, let's go for one there, one there. Let me do them like one wing at a time. So placing these is very troublesome, but if you can get it, it does mean that you don't have to, well, it means you don't have to support them. There we go. So that's 1, 2 blocks tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want them to be 6 tall. Oh, is this how you're supposed to do it? Like this? There we go. So 6 tall. Let me reinforce it all the way to cobblestone, because this is some real support nonsense right here. Like, structural integrity is not having a good time with this. There we go. We've got a skill point. Let's just go for, I don't know. We can max out Miner 69er. So that's 6 tall. Oh, this is such a fucking bad idea. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, we don't want to place that last one. Not yet, anyway. Probably want to support this all the way from the bottom, so let me dig here. 1, 2, 3. 2, Do that, and do that. Place that there. Alright, and now I'm going to do the exact same thing from this side. There we go. And I want to make this up as well. 1, 2. Now, how many blocks tall is this? This is the important one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far. Right, now, what we want to do is take these weird stair pieces, and we want to build off of it in the middle into a single track. I'm guessing like 4 is what I'm at here. 4. Okay, this is not going to work that way then. Does my pillar need to be 1 block back? Oh, have I made a grave mistake? I think I have. Yeah, the pillar needs to be here, otherwise it's going to be too short. Not to worry though. Easily fixed. We only wasted a little bit of wood on this. Wait, why am I even doing that? Just... There we go. I must stress that this is a experimental base design, hence why it's so fucky. So we want to place that there rather than the block it was in. Place this topsoil. I also want to make sure this is reinforced. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go, and then this one should be a stair. There, now you'll be 12 blocks above the ground, actually. So this is going to be a marvel of engineering. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do this, but I think the play here is going to start with this ladder, or a stair, sorry. So that will now have maximum structural integrity. I'm going to place a temporary pillar, or we could do it Minecraft style, actually. Yeah, that makes more sense. And I want to place, like, poles. Poles will be the best one, because we do want them to fall off this base, because it's designed for it, right? Now, why can't I place it? There we go. There's 1. Place another one, 2. There we go. Place that. Is that as far as it wants to go? Okay. Now, we want to go up here. And we're going to do 2 blocks, but one of them's temporary. So hang on. I lost count there. It should be perfectly in line. Now I can't start it perfectly. There we go. And then just keep connecting these. Meet them in the middle. Perfect. Then we want to take out that scaffolding block. That scaffolding block. We want to reinforce this top part to make sure it's definitely cobblestone. And then I want to take out most of these temporary blocks. I have to use temporary blocks to take down my temporary blocks. There we go. So that... This is so fucking stupid. This is the idea, so that it's 12 blocks above the ground to make sure they don't take fall damage when they fall, meaning you should have to put minimal effort into defending the bottom. But I still want my central pillars here to at least be cobblestone, because otherwise it's very risky. So now I'm just going to reinforce everything we have. Oh, wait. One small change, which could absolutely cause this whole thing to collapse if I don't do it right. You want to place you there, you there. Place that. Grab that. Yes, this is going to be the center of the room, so we want this to be a block. And this is the bridge. Perfect. There we go. Disaster averted. I will remove that one wrong block in a bit. So, this all has to be cobblestonified. Now, I actually just had a thought. I think the next block as well also has to be a full block. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. That's fine. So let's place that one block correctly. And then use my poles. There we go. Oh, another temporary block. Right. Back to reinforcing. Okay, I'm not going to reinforce the bridge yet in case I need to make further modifications like I did before, but that should be fine for the start of our bridge. Let's take down this tree. Now we need to build the actual fighting position. But the thing about the fighting position is, while we shouldn't need a thicker base, because the zombies should just fall and run, 1, they might hit it on the way there, so we really should reinforce this at least a little bit. And 2, gravity still exists, and I want to make the base up there at least some amount of size big, so I can have a couple of storage containers in there. It's not meant to be like a living in base, it's just the fighting in base. So we might need to reinforce the pillar holding this up. But to keep this hilarious aesthetic, I think I'm going to use plates to do it. So I guess I'll place plates on the side. Let's see. And we'll just do it like this. For as far up as I can go. Oh, I need a ladder to get up there, of course, so I'll have to leave this side at least partially open. I'm thinking if I do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come over here, and then do 1, 2... Make it so I have to jump to get into the base, but not too far. So starting there, we dig this up. If I have to jump to get in, the zombies will just ignore it, basically. You're seeing the absolute insanity that dwells within my mind. I hope you're all happy that you bullied me for having the same base for literally 3 years, and this is what came of it. The absolute insanity, the absolute chaos within my mind has now been unleashed, and it's your fault. You, dear watcher, who's never commented a thing on my channel, who has never complained, it's your fault. So we want to go for like 1, 2, 3. Do something like this. Sort of like the old base, actually. It's like a zombie staircase for me. And hey, I'm just as brainless as a zombie, so it makes perfect sense. Right, let me reinforce this. Place this here. And then if I do a ladder... then I'll have to jump to get onto it. The zombies should have absolutely no interest in such a ladder. Now, how do I get down safely? That's the question. I guess I need to come down the ladder and then kinda... It might be worth, actually, putting a bit of a lip there to catch me. And just in case I forget how I design my own base. These are the things you need to plan for when you're a moron like me. So... some kind of slight lip. Oh, plate pole corner. Perfect. I didn't even know this fucking thing existed. Look at that. Perfect for me. So now, doesn't matter how hard I want to get off this ladder, I can't get off this ladder until I go, oh, I'm at the bottom, and jump. There we go. Let me reinforce this first half of this part. Another skill point. Let's get Motherload. Let's be done with strength. I am not putting any more points in strength until I get a cigar. Well, I might put 2 points into strength to get it up to 6. And then I'll find a cigar. But other than that, that's all I'm doing for now. And I'm going to keep the ladder wood just in case everything goes horribly wrong and I need to pick it up quickly. Now I need a little nerd pole. I'm going to have to do this on every side. Okay, so the shaft of the base is now reinforced. Let's place in the fighting area. 5 by 5 would work. Does it need to be more than that? Is that uneven? Oh, my brain. You're afraid of heights, don't look at the screen right now. That works. I think. Or one for the roof. Try and come down without snapping your shins. I will want this ladder block here to be cobblestone, so that it helps hold up the rest of the roof. That is how that works. Don't ask me, I'm just the messenger. Oh, you know what? I should have left a hole for the railing so I could always just check what's going on. Well, I can always come back to the ladder and be like, hey, are you guys destroying everything I've worked to build down there? That's fine, that works. Okay, so I am going to want 2 big blocks there, just classic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that works. You want a more interesting shape? Go watch another channel. My brain works in cube. Can we get away with making that 1 block shorter? Yes, I can. Because I'm hungry again. No, because that'll save me materials. So I want to reinforce this front part first. And I just have to trust that this is stable. I can't see the ghost while I'm building. How's it looking? It's fine. Now, in the interest of giving myself more room to move, let me make this a plate. Plates are just as structurally useful as a block, because this game is like that. If we do that, that's the exact same thing, but it takes up a lot less physical room. And then just fill this in with blocks. You could do the same thing for this, but I don't really care about how high the ceiling is. I'm not gonna have to do much jumping, am I? Okay. Now let's give myself some more breathing room in a similar way. Just... It won't let me place anything extra, but it will give me more room to physically move, which there isn't a lot of in here, so... Yeah. Oh, and I want to leave room for railings on the ceiling so that I can shoot vultures if I need to. Another skill point. Building is so good. That's why we're not just placing the blocks, by the way, and I'm reinforcing. That's just because it gets you so much XP. I've got like 3 levels building this monstrosity so far. Okay. So the Room of Death is now built. I'm going to use the same fighting position I used in the endgame base of the last series, because it really is kind of undefeated when it comes to just holding off zombies, because it has so much health the way you build it. So we'll do that now. And then I want plates. Now we could use scaffolding ladders here. They're the new like OP fancy block, but I feel like that's going to be nerfed in like a week. So I don't want that to happen, because it'll make the video pointless. I don't even know if the Fun Pimps could nerf this, to be honest with you. It is that stupid. They'd have to roll back their old destroy area mechanic, which if they do, I will be... let's face it, when it comes to me and the Fun Pimps, it's like Stellaris after you crack a world. It's negative 999, like, what does it matter if you kill a few more of their civilians, you know? So it wouldn't actually have any effect on anybody if they did that to me. Okay, we're using poles because they're simpler. People were really struggling to find the I-beam block before. Now why is it 3 wide? To make it feel less claustrophobic, that's all. That's genuinely all it is. The middle one's going to be doing all the fighting for me. And then I want to still put not ramps, what are these called? Plates on the front here. Stop zombies piling up and over. That would still be quite bad. There we go. I'll also need hatches on the inside. We'll make some more forged iron hatches in a moment. So now comes the horrifying part. I have to reinforce this while I'm standing on it. Just hope it doesn't collapse. Now the idea with this base is very simple. They run up the stairs, they run along the pole, they meet me at the fighting bit, I punch them in the mouth, they fall, they take fall damage, but they don't go into destroy area mode because it's too far, so they run back up the stairs, I punch them in the face again. Zombies don't die from fall damage, if I remember correctly. This could be outdated information, but as I understand it, they will never take more than 1/3 of their current health's damage, meaning they'll never fully die from the fall, which is ideal because it means I will be able to get all the XP as they come up with no health and get punched in the mouth one more time. If this base goes horribly wrong, that will be funny. That is the end of that sentence. Now there's one more thing I want to add to it, because this is Insane Nightmare, and the zombies are a wee bit fast. And what that means is they might struggle with this turn. So I'm just very simply going to put some railings for them, because they're dumb as fuck. And Arlene's might have a little bit of a tendency to, you know, imagine this is in 25% of their speed that they move at, that they run up here and then they're like, wow, and then they fall off the side. And they'll never get up the damn stairs because they keep falling off the side of the base. So that would be annoying. So to counteract Arlene's with the zoomies, we will be putting this little catcher here for them. So they run straight into it and go, oh, that's a thing, and then run up the stairs. Alright, that should be this base done, and it only took about 3,000 of the materials I had rather than 4,000, leaving me, you know, 1,000 more materials for my next man-made horror beyond your comprehension. What the fuck have I built? Please give this a name in the comments, because I have no idea. All I know is it looks very sad in the rain. Okay, let's go up the ladder. She's not a very fast nightmare speed zombie, give her a moment. Well, that seems pretty foolproof to me. Now, fall, please. Oh, did that work? Right, let's see. She's not hitting the base. She's trying to get up. It's a while for a slow zombie. There we go. See? Foolproof. That is all the testing I need. We shall see it in action tonight. Well, tomorrow night. Today night? The next night. I need to go back to my base and get some supplies. Alright, I'm back at my base. And I've crafted up 3 more iron hatches because I realised I forgot to place those inside the little fighting position. I'm also going to get a few nails, and then I'm going to see if I can put writable storage anywhere in that building. I doubt it though, it's not that kind of base. You know, it's much smarter in general in 7 Days to Die to just have a base like this, where you do your crafting and you have like decent walls and strong doors so that screamers don't wander in and punch one of your cement mixers, but otherwise it shouldn't be in combat very much. And then you have the combat base, which is, you know, ready for combat, as it were. So, writable storage. Now, where is the base? You can see it on the map there. It looks exactly the same as my normal bases, because from above it is kind of the same thing. You guys still have to give me a name for it, though, because I have no idea what you would even call it. Right then, I have some time before the trader is open, so why don't I cycle to the other Trader Joel over here and see what he has. Now, I might be in the game stage territory where there's ferals just out in the daylight, so I have to be extra careful here in the desert. Shotgun Messiah, oh nice. Once I get a pump action I can make a tube extender. More ammo per tube, I guess you would call it. Uh-oh, another wandering horde. Can't do anything without a wandering horde spawning now. It's good to know there is a desert here though, because if I ever get really low on medicine I can come here with like living off the land rank 1. Just have a million first aid bandages. Oh, for God's sake. Instantly concussed. I don't mind the infection though, I have honey at my base. I see they still have the obnoxious mechanic where you take more criticals if you're on a vehicle. I do so love the game design concept of, here's a thing, fuck you for using it. But, yeah. So Trader Joel's gonna have at least a couple of Forge Aheads for me, because he's a new one. There's one. There's two. Buy a drink from him. Hey, he has more books. Farming. Candyland.
Anything you like?
Arm plating mod. Hey Joel. Shotgun weekly. Yes please. Oh, he does have a level 3 baseball bat though. That might be worth getting. I know Jen will probably give me a level 4, but this is a guarantee. I'll take that baseball bat from you. No point trying to get a discount, because it would be barely any kind of benefit. Alright, there we go, we got an upgraded weapon at least. Probably the first useful thing the trader has given me in Alpha 21. There, we can make pipe shotguns at quality 3. Don't want to, but we can. You selling honey? Other Joel is selling honey, yeah.
Y'all come back now.
It's only 200 dukes, why not? Speaking of only 200 dukes, let's get some coffee. Again. What do you have today? Oh, aloe cream. Oh, a wooden bow. It's a lot of money, but that would be nice if I could get it. Okay, nothing all that useful. Fetch. Well, that's just easy.
We always need someone to handle.
Go do that. Now, this POI can be very, very bad on Insane Nightmare because I'm pretty sure there's an almost guaranteed feral soldier on the roof. But we don't have to talk to him. Hey, another Forge Ahead. Nice. Also, there's a cracker book here. I will take the pipe bombs. And then let's go take...
You need some work?
This one has a dog, but I can take a dog now that I know a dog's there. There's one more thing I want to quickly do over at the Horde base. There, those will just make sure if one of these railings breaks, I still have a bit of protection there. Is there anywhere I can put this that isn't stupid? Not really, no. It is simply not one of those kinds of bases. Let's do that. Why not? And there I can place, you know, stuff I'll need for the Horde, like these pipe bombs. And that cobblestone. Okay. Here we are. First proper tier 2 clear. I will want to hop up on here. And deal with this dog. Oh, I'm thirsty again. Bloody painkillers. Ow. wasn't too bad. Iron tools quality 3. I'll probably just wait until I can craft level 5s, save the duct tape. I will take an upgraded bow. You know what? Yeah, let's do tier 1s. Why not? The rewards are better anyway. And they still count towards your tier 2 complete. But when you're playing Insane Nightmare, you have to really consider risk versus reward. And the thing about Insane Nightmare is that the risk goes up a lot more than it usually is, but the reward is not at all changed. So I'm going to play smart. Oh, a level 2 pipe machine gun. I'll need another pipe, but otherwise that's fine. There we go. Ow. I really don't feel like falling down there. See if we can find an alternate route. Here is a door. Doors are meant for humans to walk through. This feels safer. Yeah, I didn't have to do a headshot. Oh, I have 2 skill points. Why is that? It would make sense to start putting points into shotguns, so I start finding them. Because, as you can see, I don't have a shotgun, and that kind of sucks. Right, so the marginally more intelligent way to do this is to break down this door. And even then, I did say marginally, I might even want my own door here. That way I can open and close it at will. This is a scary room. Get my stealth right down. Wait for the red to pop in. Or see them, that also works. Yeah, see 4 zombies and I'm jumping down? No way. No thank you. Right, let's break... Oh, this has got a lot of health. Break that down just a little bit. Far more intelligent than what the devs would have had me do, which is fall down there and instantly die to 4 zombies, because there would have been nothing I can do. We'll have time for one more tier 1 POI before we want to come back for the Horde. Molotov's repair kit scope. I will take 5 repair kits because it just means that's 5 duct tape I'm not spending in the future.
You need some work?
At the Jacob's residence. Tools Digest. Making good progress on those. Okay. Just in this first room here. Okay. Nobody else in this layer of the building? Okay. Well, I don't really need anything else, so unless you got a drink for me, game, I'm just gonna leave. I will take 1500 wood, because that just takes ages for me to dig up still. Well, let me take this for tomorrow, and I'll... Oh, is this the only drinks you have, Jen? These are expensive. And I'll do it in the morning after the Horde in the next episode. So let me go back to my base, gather up everything I might need for the Horde, and then we'll get to the Horde base and test it out. I'm gonna leave my bicycle, and I'm just gonna really hope they don't attack it. That might end up with me not having a bicycle anymore. So again, this base is based around the idea that they'll fall, and they'll go so far that they won't go into rage mode, so I don't have to worry about how flimsy this base is. Although I did reinforce it quite a bit so that they shouldn't bother with this ladder because it's kind of in a weird position. They should just come up here and fight me. Also, didn't I put some stuff in here? Yeah, I'll need some materials. Alright, here comes our first Insane Nightmare Horde night in a base that can only be described as lightly tested. I killed a zombie with it. Let's hope this all doesn't go horribly wrong. Okay, it's started. Let's see if they just start bashing on the very bottom of this here. No, they're coming straight up the stairs. Well, that's fantastic. It's a good sign. Now, the ones that are falling, are they hitting the sides? No, it doesn't look like it anyway. Let's see, Marlene? No, unless they're piling up at just specifically the front, then we're good. I don't hear any hitting, so this is working quite well. Some of them are just falling, which makes this quite easy. Yeah, I'm not hearing any hitting, so that's a good sign. There is the occasional bit, but I think they're not hitting that. I think they're hitting something else entirely. They might be trying to get my bike, to be honest. You know what they're like. Have a look down there. And then he just runs away, yeah. I think they're just taking a chunk out of things as they run past. Which is just, you know, 7 Days to Die does that. See what they were doing there at the top of the stairs? No scientific explanation to that. those guys were so low from falling that they died in one hit from the baseball bat. That is odd. There we go. Just remind them where they're supposed to be going. Rather they do it there than down at the bottom where I can't see them. Seems to be doing great. And whenever there's like more than 2 zombies on that pole, they just fall. So I'm never in a tough fight. And my baseball bat is strong enough to pretty heavily win most of these fights. How's the bit they're actually hitting here? Is that still got decent health? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, they're hitting the stairs at the back. Oh yeah, they're trying to get up the stairs at the back. Look, they were trying to hit that for some reason? I don't know. We can always make that a little bit shorter and make the jump I have to do more difficult. Yeah, they're trying to get that stair there, but it's only like 1 or 2 of them. It doesn't matter. They'll break it and then they'll just be like, well, I can't do anything now, so... See, they just sort themselves out. You don't even need explosives in this base. There's no need for crowd control. The crowd controls itself. Although, I'm out of stamina, so I'm going to use an explosive. Although, that might fall just to the bottom. And yeah, a couple of them are still getting a little bit stuck on the stairs there. Who knows why. He's currently trying to dig. Don't know what that's about. There's only so much 7 Days to Die nonsense I can counter. Okay, give me the loot bag then. No, that is a problem if you knock their legs off, I guess. Noted. Oh, my torches, no. Guess they don't have much health. Now, if you do see them doing that on your stairs, just shoot them. It'll take them out of destroy area mode. I don't know what causes them to do that, but... if it's over there, it's not an issue. I can see it happening and deal with it. Now, this is definitely taking longer than my Horde Nights would usually do on Day 7, but it's a lot easier at the same time, so that is something to consider. The travel time differences here are quite a lot. We've got 2 skill points again. Okay, Arlene's a little bit confused. Okay, that's only like maybe an hour later than my usual Horde Night, so that is not bad at all. Let's go and assess the damage they did. So they were definitely a little bit hell-bent on destroying this block. Doing that wouldn't have done anything for them, though. They would have made it harder for them to make the jump to that ladder. So if they do destroy that, nothing will happen. Now, did they touch this at all? Look at that. 14 damage on a foundation block. On a Horde Night in the year 2023. We live in the future. Not a single block aside from one here which took 1 hit. Presumably a zombie just ran past and went, meh, and then kept running. So there, I made a different base design. Are you happy? I now have 3 base designs that I ever use. Truly a momentous day for IzPrebuilt. Now, how was the damage over here? Again, they didn't touch this at all. Did they go touch the guard at all? No, didn't even hit that. Now, they were a little bit interested in these stairs. I don't know why. It may be of value to make these poles too wide. You'll have a slightly harder fight, obviously. But it'll probably fuck with our pathing less. And yeah, they damage the usual blocks that this kind of fighting position has. Well, that went fucking fantastic. And it really shouldn't have. This absolute hodgepodge of a base has no right being absolutely perfect. But it is. At least for the Day 7 Horde. And it only costs like 3,000 resources. But anyway, that is going to do it for today. Thank you to my channel members and patrons for making this video possible. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode of Insane Nightmare.